Tonight, we've got Pokemon ripoffs.
And too many D&D references. All Systems Go starts right now.
Welcome to the first episode of Season 14 of All Systems Go, the only show that makes your Wednesdays a critical success.
Let's just hope tonight's episode isn't a critical fail. I'm number one D&D player, Sammy.
And I'm number one D&D character, Jenica. Let's roll initiative and get right into it. Things are heating up in Metrocity. Finally, after 14 long years of waiting, Megamind fans will have the sequel they so desired. The new film, Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate, will take place after the events of the first film and follow Megamind as he attempts to take down his former villain team, the Doom Syndicate. DreamWorks also announced Megamind's very own TV series entitled Megamind Rules. Unfortunately, neither Will Ferrell nor Tina Fey will be reprising their roles, so fans are pretty disappointed. I guess we'll just have to wait until both the film and the series drop on Peacock on March 1st to see if it's worth watching.
It is with sadness in my heart that I must tell you all about Carl Weathers' unfortunate passing. Weathers is known for his many roles in movies and TV shows such as Rocky, Predator, The Mandalorian, and many more. His family announced that he passed away last Thursday, February 1st. In the statement, the family said Carl was an exceptional human being who lived an extraordinary life. Through his contributions to film, television, the arts, and sports, he has left an indelible mark and is recognized worldwide and across generations. We here at ASG will certainly have Carl's friends and family in our hearts as they continue their mourning.
In keeping with the sad news tonight, a tragic accident has occurred on the set of Marvel's upcoming TV series Wonder Man. While working in the rafters, Juan, Spike, or Sario, one of the riggers, fell to his death. Bill Martell, who worked with Spike, has started a GoFundMe to help the widow, and as of right now has raised $128,808. Our thoughts, prayers, and deepest condolences are with the family and friends of Spike.
Rejoice, my nerd friends! Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is quickly approaching. Now, for those who don't know what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, it is the second installment of the Final Fantasy VII Remake project. The game will be releasing on February 29th, 2024. For my mega nerds, you can pre-order the collector's edition of the game and get a 19-inch statue of the one-winged angel himself, Sephiroth. This edition will cost gamers around $350. Now, for broke mega nerds like myself, you can order the regular edition for $69.99. I wish you all the best in your journey to defend Gaia.
The edgiest fans of Sonic can finally rejoice! Your favorite gun-wielding hedgehog is back with his own standalone campaign in the upcoming platformer Sonic X Shadow Generations. This new title has remastered iconic 2D and 3D levels from Sonic Generations, as well as expanded them for PlayStation 4 and 5. Sonic X Shadow Generations will follow the original Generation story, where Sonic must travel through Time Hole's chaos in order to save the day. But this time, players will also get to play through Shadow's parallel journey. As no character is ever complete without some juicy backstory, fans will finally get a look into Shadow's dark past and find out just what makes him so very dark and edgy.
Hulu. Everyone's least favorite subscription service is getting worse somehow. Hulu has decided to start cracking down on password sharing. Now, you may be asking, Sammy, why would they do that? I hear you, beloved viewer. I hear you, and I feel your pain. Unfortunately, the answer might be shocking. That was a lie. The answer's corporate greed. They want your money, and they won't stop until they get it. In an official statement from Hulu, they stated, "We're adding limitations on sharing your account outside your household and explaining how we may assess your compliance with these limitations." They have also gone as far to say as they could potentially terminate accounts of those who break the rules. Hulu, please do better, I beg you.
Up next, Erick talks about a Batman and Superman slash fiction?
Stick around for after the break.
Are you a fan of Superman slash Batman? Well, Erick sure is. Let's hear what he has to say.
This week on What Was Erick Doing in Class Instead of Paying Attention, we have... Alright, I can work with that. The Dark Knight and the Man of Steel are the world's finest superheroes in the DC universe. What happens when you get them together? Well, you get the 2003 Superman slash Batman book. Real creative title on that one, DC, but I promise, the actual book is better than the name. The series was a monthly comic book featuring team-ups of Superman and Batman, and included dual narration between the two main characters. It was meant to rekindle the friendship between Clark and Bruce that was lost ever since the original World's Finest comic team book that ended back in 1986. This version of the concept, now written by Jeff Loeb, known for his work on Batman Hush and Superman Emperor Joker, is meant to act as a way to have the Super and Bat parts of the DC universe cross over without having to have some huge crisis event take place. The book was also meant to clean up a couple of narrative messes. This cleanup is seen in the first arc of the book, Public Enemies, which is made to be an end to the President Luthor plotline from the 90s. TLDR version, Lex Luthor becomes president and does a lot to make life a living hell for our heroes. This reaches its peak when a giant kryptonite meteor begins heading for Earth and threatens to destroy the planet. Because Lex is he shafts the blame on Superman and puts a bounty of $1 billion on his head. Now it's up to Bruce and Clark to destroy the asteroid and stop Luthor. This storyline is great. Ed McGuinness's pencils give all the characters a bold look to them. One that is stylized, but not too cartoony where it contrasts the tone. And the colors by Dave Stewart make the world seem vibrant and alive, no matter the setting. The writing and artwork work so well together here. Almost every page and line of dialogue creates some kind of parallel between Superman and Batman. The opening pages being a recap of the duo's backstories happening simultaneously is a great example of that. Another is this beautiful double-page spread we see in issue 4 where our heroes fight off Luthor's government goon squad. This opening arc is about 6 issues and the entire story looks as good as this. Unfortunately, there are some notable, average comic book hiccups here and there. The plot is largely balanced towards Superman, with Batman mostly being there for moral support. And they attempt to avoid this in issue 1 by introducing a subplot about whether or not the supervillain Metallo killed the Waynes, but it never gets resolved, at least not in this series anyways. Some characters also feel a little wasted. The Bat and Super families both kind of just show up to get jobbed by Lex and say they made an appearance. Some heroes also act a little out of character. The series doesn't really justify why Starfire and Green Lantern are working for Luthor, or why Bruce is just cool and supportive of the idea of Clark killing Luthor, but those moments are few and far between. This is also the only comic where Hawkman looks cool, and I don't know how to feel about that. But truthfully, I don't have much to say about this arc, besides read it yourself. This is Superman and Batman at their peak. It doesn't get much better than this. But I can't say the same for the next arc, though. But before arc 2, we have to make a pit stop in issue 7, which is the Superboy and Robin story. It's neat. It has giant robots and cleans up the Metallo part of arc 1, but not much else. If you want a real Connor and Tim story, go read World's Finest 3, which is about their first real team-up, or Young Justice. Everyone can use a little bit more Young Justice in their lives. But for realsies now, in Arc 2 we have the Supergirl from Krypton. This story sees Batman finding a Kryptonian space pod in the debris of the kryptonite meteor they blew up all the way back in issue 6, which houses Kara Jor-El, the Supergirl, aka Superman's cousin.
Do it! That's not funny. That's not...
But even characters like Connor Kent Superboy or Sorel Supergirl were only part Kryptonian and weren't even from Krypton, so they didn't technically count. This arc changes that and brings Supergirl back into the main DC continuity, and honestly kinda fumbles that. This arc suffers all of the same issues of the first arc and more, which is unfortunate. The content of the arc is fine in concept, but most of it's lacking in execution. For example, the idea of Wonder Woman training Kara and Themyscira is pretty cool, but it comes with the hard caveat that it requires Wonder Woman being a psycho and borderline kidnapping her just so issue 8 can have a cool looking cliffhanger. This arc also makes a big deal of Kara making friends on Themyscira, but we only get to see one of them, and she dies in the very same issue and is never brought up again. And not to mention the travesty that is Kara falling under Darkseid's mind control. How did Darkseid break Kara's will in what was a matter of days and get her to fully believe in his cause? Who knows, because I sure don't. Not to mention this garbage outfit Kara gets when she's evil. Who put her in that? But this arc definitely feels like it had stuff cut for time. It probably could have used a minimum of 2 more issues to flesh out the concepts it introduced, which is unfortunate for what is Kara's reintroduction into the main DC universe. It doesn't help that the art isn't great. I'm not a huge fan of Michael Turner's work. It's serviceable, but can be pure fan service in the worst possible ways, which is honestly the best way to describe this arc. There are 2 raw Superman and Batman moments in it, so I'd be lying if I said there was nothing of worth here. Also, after this arc, I read Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Trinity, largely because it details the first meeting of the Big Two meeting Wonder Woman and becoming the Big Three in this continuity, but it's kind of bad. It's mostly a Batman story that just happens to feature Wonder Woman and Superman. It did give us this insane cameo though.
After the break, Brody and some of the cast are talking about Pal World.
Gonna collect them all? Well, that's one way to work around legal loopholes. Today I'm joined by some of our cast as we talk about Pal World. And first things first, we're gonna go down the line here and have everyone give their thoughts on Pal World in a few words or less.
Alright, so I guess I'll start. I think it has a lot of potential to be I mean, it's already very successful, but I think it has the potential to be a really good game, especially once they, implement some bug fixes and maybe like some other just like quality of life stuff.
Yeah, early production games, there's a lot of kinks that need to be ironed out.
Yeah.
Sammy?
I also think that it has a lot of potential. Like, it was like a #1 selling game the day it came out. Like, people loved it instantly, and I think that's really cool. I also really think it's cool that this is like a very new studio, and yet this game is doing so well so far. And so I think that overall is super cool. I would like to see them do more, because it seems like at times you are limited what you can do by your level. But overall, I think it's a great game.
All right.
Okay. Personally, I'm not really into violent games. To me, it seems like GTA meets Genshin Impact, like a juvenile fantasy kind of thing.
Okay.
And 2, it's early access. I'm not a fan of early access, and I just wish that didn't exist. Because, it's kind of like selling a game that's not done, which is exactly what it is. But
That's one of the things I like about early access is that, like, it lets the players actually voice and impact how the game is developed. And I think that Pal World so far has been listening to fans. And I think that's cool of them.
Definitely.
yeah.
I mean, the developer has a pretty, I'll say negative history after, when Craftopia, I think it was their first game, came out, which was kind of just meant to be like Breath of the Wild and you can do anything you want. And apparently when it came out, it was like the buggiest thing ever.
Oh boy.
So I feel like Power World is probably a step up. It's still buggy,
yeah.
but people really seem to like it.
Yeah, and honestly, I gotta agree with a lot of what you guys have been saying so far. I've played Power World a little bit here and there, not enough to binged it for hours, but I've done a few couple-hour sessions with my friends,
Feeling called
and
out.
I like it. It's definitely got some things to iron out. I think it's in concept, it's pretty cool. It's interesting. But there's some gameplay elements and some visual aspects that need worked on.
The textures are not
Not it.
And the lighting's another big thing to
Oh
work
yeah,
on.
I have had so many lighting issues.
Yeah, it's trippy. Anywho, gameplay. What are some things that we've liked about the gameplay so far? What do we not like? And are there any mechanics that you've noticed that are kind of similar to other games that you've played or you've seen other people play or talk about?
Yeah, I think, I forgot who was talking about it earlier, but he was saying it's kind of like Ark Survival.
Yeah, I did say before the show, we were kind of saying it was kind of like Ark Survival. It's got that same kind of bare bones, collecting resources, building your supplies and tools and all that. Also, yeah, just kind of visually, there's some Ark-like qualities to it,
Yeah.
but a little more cartoony.
But that's I really like that it's a solid mix of Pokemon and Ark Survival Evolved. I think that's a really interesting combination of video games, because in my mind I was that would never work, but it works kind of really well.
Surprisingly, yeah.
I like the leveling up aspect. I think that they could probably give you more options per level. but
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's like I like that you have to like grind to get to like the higher tier stuff because it makes sense.
Yeah.
I really like the Arc and Pokemon mix kind of aspects of it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this. You know, especially when it comes to like automating your materials, like you can make the like the stone farm and the
Right.
like the lumber farm, and those are those are good. You can automate them, have your pals do it. The problem I have is that they don't have that option for things like, as far as I know, there's not an option like that for the ore, for the
Yeah,
the
the-
palladium
yeah,
frag, all
there's-
the stuff that you need to make like the
Some of
the more advanced
the more
capture
necessary
spheres.
materials are not fully
Yeah, so
automated.
I'm constantly having to go out and like mine one deposit at a time because it's too heavy for me to do more than one
Real.
deposit
Yeah,
at a time.
yeah. Speaking of new mechanics, what are some things you would like to see the dev team add in the future? Like me personally, I would like to see them implement more traversal items. I think that's a big thing. They only have like gliding and the grapple hooks, like, which again, another thing I hate about the grapple hooks is how like really like choppy and slow they are. Like you can't really like kind of like there's like that really annoying reload time like to be able to grapple again.
I haven't even tried the grappling. I usually just like fly on one of my pals.
True.
That's one thing I would like to see an update is like them reworking how flying works because it kind of is really slow and like it's like, oh, why am I even flying at this point? Like I could
Yeah,
walk faster.
Yeah, it would be cool if they could like upgrade like the stamina for your flying pals that you
Yeah.
can fly on. Phoenix, you got anything?
Honestly, I like Minecraft. I like the crafting in Minecraft and like maybe even Terraria where you just like collect stuff and it just like works together. You all have like everything, the crafting, you can craft everything from the jump. You just
Yeah,
gotta
like
get the
it's-
materials.
Yeah, just like kind of make it a little more feasible to collect things and not have to do a lot of exploration in what's a very large map, I might add, and which it becomes very tedious to like search and find all like the teleport points to be able to quick travel around the map. And that's all the time we have for this discussion. After the break, Cohlman faces some new challengers in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Coleman takes us for a ride in his video about Marvel vs. Capcom right now.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
I want to take you for a ride. Through the arcade ladder of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And shut up, I know I don't have any of the roster unlocked, okay? I just got this game, okay? Anyway, we're gonna ball. I will admit right now, I am fully a Shoto, so I'm going to select 2 Shotos. And then while we're at it, let's do Spider-Man to round it all out. I can't exactly guarantee that I'll be super great with him, but either way, we're gonna do great. No way, it's Spider-Man versus Spider-Man? Oh gosh, okay. Here we go. Alright, come on. Let's go. Bam. Oh, come on. Alright, Akuma. Air Fireball, dude. Let's go. Akuma's getting revenge on Spider-Man because Spider-Man 2 got overtaken for Game of the Year over Street Fighter 6. Oh, come on. I need to get into air combos. Oh, wow. That was just deliberate, Spider-Man. Wow. I mean, this is kind of simulating how a real fight between Spider-Man and Akuma would go. Spider-Man would kind of mop the floor with Akuma. I'll admit it right now. Alright, Spidey, let's see you do your work. Come on. Alright, you know what? Let's, Oh! Alright, we can get Ryu back in this. Kamehameha!
You win.
Air throw. Oh gosh, Hulk, stop being such a butthead for me, will you? Here we go. Oh, I activated too early. Darn it. Bam! Oh, come on. Not the last hit. Are you being serious right now? Oh, Nash. You were dead. You came back as a Frankenstein. How are you here? Ah, the joy of time travel. Oh, that could have been really cool if that actually connected. Yap, 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 yap. Ow. Wow, you just went over all my fireballs and just said, nah, I'm gonna keep attacking you some more. How about that? Nice, okay. Oh. Check me out. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, God, okay. Really? Okay. Ouchie. Yeah, well, the spider wasn't so maximum there, was it there, Peter? Aw, man, if that would have connected, that would have been wonderful. Yes, I do. Alright. A mirror match. That was sick right there. Ouchie, wowie. Okay, Not what I had planned, but okay, cool. Let's go! Oh, Doctor Doom, that would be interesting. Okay, let's do this here. Oh, wow, Zenki. Oh my gosh! Okay, Okuma kind of just screwed me over, so alright, let's give him the demon. How many times do I have to kill you? This many times! Let's give it to him! No! I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. A couple more times. Let's give him to him. Come on. No! Ah! Dang it. We still won, but I wanted to demon him so bad.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
What the hell just happened? Okay, I have no idea what I did. Like, I was recording and then everything just stopped. Well, I went back to the title screen. In other words, I kind of basically lost all my progress. Well, I guess that calls it for a video then. I guess that just happened, so we'll just keep it at that then. Okay, that's all. Thanks, bye.
After the break, Jenica is dungeon mastering a D&D quiz show.
Greetings, fellow travelers. You find yourselves all trapped in the ASG studio while some strange gremlin forces you to do trivia about D&D. Get ready to roll initiative. All right, friends, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Question 1. Hands on buzzers. Get ready to roll. Which class is essentially a magical sugar baby?
Huh?
Just, you never know. You might roll a nat 20 and get an answer. Who was that?
That was me.
Joe? Roll the die for me.
That was a crit.
That was a crit hit?
That's a crit 20. I'm not kidding.
The answer is warlock.
So the magical forces that surround me have told me that the answer is warlock.
Whoa! Congratulations, you're right. That's a good one. Great job.
That's crazy.
All right, up next. What notoriously difficult D&D campaign features players fighting vampires?
I have no idea.
You gotta roll for
Yeah,
it.
you gotta roll and then your answer is.
It's a 1.
That's a
You
one?
had a 1?
I'm sorry, Cam, but unfortunately,
That was a 10, actually.
as you roll the dice, you didn't realize that it was actually a mimic, and you are devoured. I'm sorry, Cam, you are dead.
I'll leave.
Cam.
Anyone else want to buzz in?
I'm afraid.
Roll.
16.
16? All right. I'll give you some multiple choice if you want them. If you want to just go, you
Curse
can.
of Strahd.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Up next, we're gonna get into a little bit of some podcasting. In the Adventure Zone campaign Balance, what is Taco's last name? Roll.
13.
13. Give me a guess.
Bell.
Incorrect. That is one of the fake answers I have down, though. Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
What was the podcast name again?
The Adventure Zone. Yeah, give me a guess. You don't have to roll.
Oh, I have no clue. We're gonna go with Joseph.
He does not have one.
Oh, hey.
I could guess that.
Good for him.
I could have guessed that one. Come on.
It would have been funnier if one of you had rolled to get the answers, but that's okay. That's okay. What D&D species resemble true dragons, but only have 2 legs and venomous stingers? Roll.
Okay. 5.
Give me your stupidest guess. Say the stupidest thing that comes to mind.
Scorpions.
Incorrect. I'm sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess? Go for it.
Can I rob a die or?
No, you can just guess. Just guess.
Oh, I can just guess. Is it Dragonborn?
It is not. It is not. They do not have venomous stingers. The answer is wyverns. That's all right.
Could guess that.
That's all right. Hey guys. How many dice come in a standard dice set? Roll.
Okay. I'm afraid. 14.
Give me a guess.
8.
Incorrect. I'm sorry. Anyone else?
Do I have to roll?
No, you can just guess.
6?
I'm so sorry. Split the difference. It's 7.
Oh, hey!
Say.
I'm sorry. We're just
So
doing
close.
one extra guess.
Rip.
Hey, friends, how many classes are included in the player's handbook?
I just
Roll.
wanna roll. Oh, it's a 1.
I'm so
You are
sorry. I'm so sorry, my dear.
Get out of here.
A dragon has burst through the studio, and it has eaten you. I'm so sorry. Anyone else want to have a guess?
13.
Incorrect.
Oh, dang.
It is
Aw.
12.
You were so close.
I'm so sorry.
So
That was
close.
very close.
I didn't know the answer, though, to that one.
Hey, friends. What D&D trick rips open a one-way hole into a random location in the astral plane that sucks everything in a 10-foot radius in before closing, unable to ever be opened again? Roll.
Putting.
Roll.
Oh, roll.
Roll.
6.
You can give me a guess.
Putting a bag of holding in another bag of holding.
Congratulations.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
Yeah, they don't like it.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
no.
going to be Dimension Door.
Which D&D race looks like a large bird from below until they land and their humanoid form reveals itself, standing at 5 feet tall with feathers covering their bodies and long, narrow legs that taper to sharp talons? Roll.
Okay. 20!
We got another crit.
What's your guess?
My patrons have told me that it is an Aarakocra.
Wow, that's exactly right. Congratulations. Hey guys, you want another podcast question now that Sammy's on the board?
Sure.
What's the tagline for the podcast Dungeons and Daddies?
That's like the one I don't watch.
Roll.
I don't know it, but I can at least give a guess.
Roll.
It was an 11.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. Give me a guess. If you
You got
want,
this, come
I can break the rules for just a second. I'll
No.
give you inspiration because I really want to read the answers
Do
that
I
I
have
wrote down.
inspiration?
I'll give you inspiration.
I'll use inspiration for this.
All right. I'm not going to do it the way that normally do it and re-roll. I just want to read you the multiple choice answers because I think they're funny.
Hang on, I'll re-roll.
Your options are dad jokes abound in the underground, campaign of DILFs, dedicated, involved, loving fathers, or not a BDSM podcast.
What?
Which one will you go with, Joe?
I think I'm gonna go with option A.
Incorrect. The answer is not a BDSM podcast.
I knew that one. It's the one
Long
thing I would
time.
have ever known.
Longtime fans of the show will recognize that from podcast review.
I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, how much hemp rope will you find in a burglar's pack? Roll.
9.
Give me a guess.
50 feet.
That is
I
correct.
was gonna say, I thought it would be 50 feet.
Congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
would be right if you had busted faster.
51 feet.
What skills will a monk obtain when reaching level 3? Skill singular, sorry. Roll.
19.
Is it slow fall, stunning strike, deflect missiles, or evasion?
Oh boy. A stunning strike?
Incorrect. It is deflect missiles. Sorry, guys. Some critical role for you guys. Who canonically invented guns? Roll.
10.
Give me a guess.
Percival DeRollo.
Can you give me his full name for an extra point?
Oh my
I
God.
cannot give you that full name.
The correct
I
answer
believe you.
is Percival Frederickstein von Mussel Klossowski de Rollo III.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
But you still get the point. Hey, what rare item is actually the mouth of an extra-dimensional creature? That was the last one. Sorry? I'm just kidding. You don't get to know that one. because our campaign is over. Be sure, Sammy has won. He won the whole campaign. Congratulations, D&D is finished.
Woo!
Be sure to come back next Wednesday at 9 for our next episode this season. And be sure to check our social media for all things ASG. This is All Systems Go, signing off.